Have you ever wondered if this is all there is to life? You work hard, you strive for success, you buy the things you're told will make you happy, you gather friends and followers, you do everything right according to the world's standards. Yet, in the quiet moments, a quiet emptiness lingers. It's a feeling you can't quite name. A subtle ache tells you something essential is missing. This question haunts many of us, even if we are afraid to speak it out loud. It whispers that despite all our efforts, we are running on a treadmill, chasing a horizon that never seems to get any closer. We are more connected than ever, yet we report higher levels of loneliness. We have more material wealth than any generation before, yet anxiety and depression rates continue to climb. We scroll through endless feeds of perfect lives, curated highlight reels that magnify our sense of inadequacy. The promises of happiness offered by culture are not delivering. Wealth, status, romance, self-fulfillment. The more we pursue them, the more they elude our grasp, leaving us feeling exhausted, confused, profoundly unhappy. We are chasing shadows. The chase itself is draining the life out of us. Today, we are going to talk about this unhappiness. We will look at it honestly, not with cliches or empty platitudes. We won't offer another 5-step program that papers over the cracks. Instead, we will explore the deeper, foundational reason for this discontent. It is a truth often ignored, sometimes intentionally hidden, because it challenges how we live. But this truth holds the key to understanding our unhappiness and to finding lasting, profound joy not dependent on circumstances. The stakes are too high for anything less than the truth. We will look at the pain we see all around us, the symptoms of a much deeper problem. We will then uncover the spiritual root cause many modern solutions miss. And finally, we will chart a path forward, a practical way to find what your heart has been longing for. This is not about shame or condemnation. It is an invitation to hope, an opportunity to find an anchor for your soul in a drifting world. Let's begin. Let's start with something familiar. Your work. You were told that if you found a job you were passionate about, you would never work a day in your life. You poured your heart and soul into your career, believing it would provide not just an income, but a sense of identity and purpose. You answered emails late at night. You took on extra projects. You sacrificed weekends and holidays, all in pursuit of that next promotion, that next achievement, that feeling of validation. But now you feel a deep, unshakable exhaustion. It's more than just being tired. It's a weariness that has settled into your bones, a cynicism that colors every task. This is the reality of burnout. Imagine a young architect. Let's call her Sarah. She loved drawing and designing buildings since she was a child. She excelled in school and landed a job at a prestigious firm. At first, it was exhilarating. She worked tirelessly, fueled by coffee and ambition. But slowly, the passion started to fade, replaced by a constant, low-grade anxiety. Deadlines felt like threats. Creative challenges felt like burdens. She found herself staring blankly at her screen, the joy of creation gone, replaced by a hollow feeling of just needing to get through the day. She had achieved her dream, but the dream felt empty. Her identity was so tied to her success that the burnout felt like a personal failure. This story is not unique to Sarah. It's the story of a generation taught to find their ultimate worth in their productivity. We are told to hustle, to grind, to monetize our hobbies, to turn every moment into an opportunity for advancement. The pressure is immense. We are expected to be constantly available, constantly innovating, constantly proving our value in a competitive marketplace. But human beings were not designed to function like machines. We are not meant to run at full capacity without rest, without margin, without space for our souls to breathe. This relentless pursuit of professional success is leaving us depleted, disillusioned, and asking if this is all there is. The result is a silent epidemic of exhaustion. People are leaving jobs they once loved. They are struggling with chronic stress and health problems. They find themselves irritable and disconnected from their loved ones, because all their energy has been spent at the office. The promise was that hard work would lead to a fulfilling life. The reality for so many is that it has led to a life where there is no energy left to actually live. This visible pain of burnout is one of the first and most powerful signs that the way we are living is fundamentally broken. It's a warning light on the dashboard of our lives, telling us something is deeply wrong. Now let's turn to our relationships. Our world has never been more connected. With the click of a button, we can interact with hundreds, even thousands of people. We have followers, friends, and connections scattered across the globe. Our phones buzz constantly with notifications, messages, and updates from our social circles. On the surface, it looks like we are swimming in a sea of community. Yet, a profound sense of isolation is sweeping through our culture. We are surrounded by people, but we feel deeply and painfully alone. This is the paradox of modern loneliness. Consider a college student, let's call him David. He has over 1,000 friends on social media. His weekends are booked with parties and social gatherings. From the outside, his life looks vibrant and full of connection. But in the quiet moments, when he is back in his dorm room, a sense of emptiness washes over him. He scrolls through photos of his friends smiling together, but he feels like an outsider looking in. The conversations he has are often superficial, focused on what everyone is doing rather than who they are. He longs for someone to talk to, someone who truly knows him beyond the surface-level persona he projects. He is in a crowd, but he is not in a community. This experience of crowded loneliness stems from a shift in how we relate to one another. We have traded deep, meaningful presence for convenient, digital proximity. We text instead of talk. We like a post instead of showing up. We curate our lives to be seen, but we are afraid to be truly known, with all our flaws and insecurities. The very tools that promise to bring us together often create invisible walls, keeping us at a safe, sterile distance from one another. We are performing for an audience, not participating in a family. This performance is exhausting, and it leaves our deepest need for genuine belonging completely unmet. The ache of loneliness is a fundamental human cry. We were created for connection, for intimacy, for the kind of relationships where we can be fully ourselves and be fully accepted. When we try to fill that need with shallow interactions and digital validation, we are left with a hunger that no amount of likes or comments can satisfy. This isn't just a social problem, it's a spiritual one. The empty feeling that lingers after scrolling through your feed is a sign that you were made for something more real, more tangible, and more life-giving than the connections our modern world typically offers. Let's talk about the lens through which we now see our lives: the screen. More specifically, the endless scroll of social media. Every day, we are given a window into the lives of others. Picture-perfect vacations, career achievements, beautiful homes, happy families. These are not real lives, of course. They are highlight reels, carefully selected and edited. They are the messy, chaotic, beautiful, and difficult moments all rolled into one. Yet, consciously or not, we hold these curated images up as the standard. This constant comparison is a crushing weight on our souls. Think of a new mother. We'll call her Jessica. She is at home with her newborn, exhausted and overwhelmed. Her house is a mess. She hasn't showered. The baby won't stop crying. She picks up her phone for a moment of distraction. She sees a post from another mother she follows. Spotless home. Smiling, well-rested mother. Peaceful, sleeping baby. Jessica is flooded with feelings of inadequacy. She thinks, "What am I doing wrong? Why isn't my life like that?" The joy of her own child is suddenly eclipsed by the shadow of comparison. This is the poison of comparison. It takes our focus off our own blessings. It redirects us to what we perceive is lacking. It breeds envy. It breeds resentment. It breeds persistent dissatisfaction. Before social media, we might have compared ourselves to a neighbor or a colleague. Now, we compare ourselves to a global pool of seemingly perfect people. We are constantly reminded of what we don't have. We are reminded of where we haven't been. We are reminded of who we aren't. This process slowly erodes our sense of gratitude and contentment. The Bible warns against envy for a reason. It is a spiritual sickness that eats away at our joy from the inside out. When we live in a state of constant comparison, we are essentially telling God that what He has given us is not enough. We become blind to the small, everyday graces in our own lives. This is not just a psychological quirk, it is a spiritual battle. The unhappiness that comes from comparison is a clear symptom that we are looking for our worth and identity in the wrong places, seeking validation from a world that will always show us someone who appears to have more. Finally, let's look at the things we accumulate. Our culture operates on a powerful and seductive promise. Happiness is just one purchase away. A new car will make you feel successful. A new wardrobe will make you feel confident. The latest smartphone will make you feel connected and important. We are bombarded with advertisements that link material possessions to deep emotional fulfillment. And so, we chase more. We work hard to afford a bigger house, a better vacation, a more luxurious lifestyle. We fill our homes with things, believing that each new acquisition will finally fill the void we feel inside. Imagine a man, let's call him Mark. He has reached a level of financial success he once only dreamed of. He has the big house in the suburbs, 2 nice cars in the garage. He can afford to buy his family almost anything they want. He remembers the excitement of his first luxury watch, the thrill of driving his new car off the lot. But the excitement always faded. The new things quickly became old. The happiness was fleeting, a temporary high. It left him needing another, bigger purchase to feel that rush again. Now, surrounded by possessions, he feels a surprising emptiness. The promise of more was a lie. This is the trap of consumerism. It creates an endless cycle of desire and disappointment. The things of this world were never meant to satisfy the deepest longings of our souls. They can provide comfort, convenience, temporary pleasure, but they cannot provide lasting joy or meaning. The pursuit of material wealth as an end in itself is like trying to quench a thirst by drinking salt water. It only makes you thirstier. We end up on a treadmill of earning and spending, running faster and faster, never arriving at true contentment. This restless pursuit of more signals a deeper spiritual hunger. Trying to fill a God-shaped hole with material things will never fit. The emptiness in our beautiful homes and fancy cars is our soul crying out for something eternal. The visible pain of consumerism is the hollow feeling after the shopping spree. It's the quiet recognition that all the stuff in the world cannot answer the most important questions of your life. Who am I? Why am I here? Our unhappiness is a sign we are looking for life in all the wrong places. The pain we have just described, the burnout, the loneliness, the comparison, the emptiness. These are not separate, isolated problems. They are symptoms. They are the visible fruits of a much deeper, hidden root. If you have felt this ache, this sense that something is fundamentally wrong, you are not mistaken. You are sensing a profound truth about the human condition. The Bible tells us that this deep, persistent longing is not a flaw in your design. It is a feature. It is a spiritual homing signal, a sacred restlessness placed in our hearts by God Himself. King David wrote about this feeling thousands of years ago in the Psalms. He cried out, "As the deer pants for streams of water, so my soul pants for you, my God." My soul thirsts for God, for the living God. This thirst is universal. It is the echo in the void of our modern lives. We try to fill the emptiness with work, with relationships, with possessions, with experiences. We chase success. We chase popularity. We chase pleasure. But none of it ever fully satisfies. The void remains. This is because we are trying to fill an infinite, spiritual void with finite, material things. It's like trying to fill the Grand Canyon with a bucket of sand. Augustine understood this perfectly. "You have made us for yourself, O Lord, and our heart is restless until it rests in you." This restlessness is the hidden cause of our unhappiness. It is a soul sickness that no earthly cure can touch. This deep longing is a clue. It points beyond our immediate circumstances to a much bigger story. We were made for more than just surviving and consuming. We were created for a purpose, for a relationship that transcends the fleeting pleasures and pains of this world. The unhappiness we feel is a sign we've become disconnected from that source of purpose and meaning. We are like a phone that has been unplugged from its charger. We might still have a little battery left. We might still function for a while, but eventually the screen goes dark. We are running on fumes, and the deep, abiding sense of being unfulfilled is the low battery warning for the human soul. So, the first step in understanding our unhappiness is to recognize it for what it is. It is not just psychological stress or a chemical imbalance. At its core, it is a spiritual hunger. It is the cry of a heart that was made for communion with its Creator. It is a divine discontent. The reason no one wants to tell you this is because it means the solution is not within yourself. You cannot hustle your way to happiness. You cannot buy your way to peace. You must look outside of yourself, to the God who placed this longing within you in the first place. This is where the true journey to joy begins. To understand why we have this deep ache, we need to go back to the beginning. The Bible begins with a picture of a world that was in perfect harmony. In Genesis, we see a world that was very good, a perfect garden at dawn. God created Adam and Eve and placed them there. They had a perfect relationship with God, walking and talking with Him in perfect intimacy. They had a perfect relationship with each other, with no shame or fear. They had a perfect relationship with their work, cultivating and caring for the garden. Everything was in tune. Everything worked as it was designed to. No burnout, no loneliness, no envy, no emptiness. This state is called shalom, a Hebrew word often translated peace. But it means more than absence of conflict. It means wholeness, completeness, flourishing, delight, all things in right relationship with each other, under the loving rule of God. This was our original design, the world our hearts secretly long for. That faint memory makes our broken world feel wrong. We sense things are not as they should be because they are not. So what happened? How did shalom become stress and sorrow? The Bible tells of a rebellion. Humanity, in pride, disobeyed God. They chose to be their own gods, defining good and evil themselves. That act, sin, was like a stone thrown into a still pond. Ripples spread and disrupted every relationship. Our relationship with God was broken, replaced by fear and hiding. Our relationship with each other was broken, replaced by blame and conflict. Our relationship with creation was broken, replaced by toil and frustration. Paul in Romans says the whole creation groans, as in childbirth pains, up to the present. A powerful image. The world is groaning, longing to be restored. Our unhappiness is part of that larger groan. We feel something is out of tune in our lives because the whole world is out of tune. We live in a fallen, broken world, and the brokenness is not just out there, it is inside us. This is the truth nobody wants to hear. The problem is not just circumstances. The problem is our own hearts. When God created human beings, the Bible says He made us in His own image. Genesis 1:27. This is a profound statement. It means we were created to reflect God's character. We were designed to be like little mirrors, showing forth His love, His creativity, His justice, His wisdom. Our purpose and identity were found in this reflection. When we lived in right relationship with God, the mirror was clean and the reflection was clear. This is where true human dignity and fulfillment are found, not in being our own gods, but in reflecting the one true God. Our value was not based on our performance or our possessions, but on our status as image bearers of the Creator. But when sin entered the world, that mirror was shattered. The Apostle Paul writes in Romans 3:23, "To fall short of the glory means our ability to reflect God has been broken. The image is now distorted and fractured. We still bear God's image. That is why human life is so precious, but it is marred. Instead of reflecting God's perfect love, our hearts are now bent towards selfishness. Instead of reflecting his wisdom, we are prone to foolishness. Instead of reflecting his eternal perspective, we are consumed with temporary things. This is why self-help programs ultimately fail to fix our deepest unhappiness. They are like trying to polish a shattered mirror. You can make the pieces shinier, but you cannot put them back together again. The problem is not that you are not trying hard enough. The problem is that the image is broken, and you do not have the power within yourself to repair it. Only the original artist can restore the masterpiece. So, where do we go from here? We have seen the pain of our modern unhappiness. We have uncovered its spiritual root in our broken relationship with God. And we have seen why our common fixes so often fail. The first practical step forward is perhaps the simplest and yet the most difficult. It is to stop running. But this is not where the story ends. The diagnosis is not the final word. The truth of our brokenness is met by a more powerful truth, the reality of a rescuer. God did not abandon us in our unhappiness. He did not leave us to languish in our self-dug, broken cisterns. He came for us. In the person of Jesus Christ, God himself entered into our broken world. He lived a life of perfect love and harmony, showing us what it truly means to be human. He then willingly went to a cross to take our brokenness upon himself. This is the good news. Jesus' death on the cross was not a tragedy. It was a transaction. He took the penalty for our sin so that we could be forgiven and reconciled to God. His resurrection from the dead is God's triumphant declaration that death, sin, unhappiness do not have the final say. Through faith in Jesus, our shattered image can be restored. Our restless hearts can find their rest in him. He is the living water that truly and forever satisfies our deepest thirst. He is the answer to the question your soul has been asking. So the conclusion is not a conclusion at all. It is an invitation. It is an invitation to stop striving and to start trusting. It is an invitation to meet the person of Jesus Christ, who knows you, loves you, and offers you a joy that your circumstances cannot steal. You can respond to this invitation right now by simply turning to him in prayer. Admit your need. Believe in his sacrifice for you. Commit to following him. This is the beginning of a journey, not an instant fix, but it is the path to a life of true purpose, meaning, and lasting joy. The journey may be long, but you will not walk it alone. Please go to Givehopeandlove.com for more information and encouragement. Thank you for listening.